Did you know that when a doctor checks your pulse, they're echoing a practice pioneered by a Persian philosopher over 1,000 years ago? Avicenna transformed pulse-taking into a sophisticated diagnostic tool, identifying dozens of pulse types to reveal the body's secrets. In an age without stethoscopes or X-rays, he relied on keen observation and logic, turning the physician's senses into powerful instruments. He listened to the pulse's rhythm, speed, and strength, decoding the body's hidden messages. This was no guesswork. It was a systematic science, meticulously documented for others to learn. Avicenna's approach was revolutionary. He believed the body followed patterns, and understanding them meant understanding disease. He laid the groundwork for evidence-based medicine, moving away from superstition and toward rational science. Every time your pulse is checked, you're connected to this legacy, a thread stretching back to the Islamic Golden Age. Avicenna's work reminds us that scientific revolutions often begin with a new way of seeing the familiar. He taught us to listen to the quiet symphony of our bodies, a practice still at the heart of medicine today. Over a millennium later, his insights continue to shape how we understand health. Who was this remarkable thinker? Avicenna, born near Bukhara in 980, was a true polymath of the Islamic Golden Age. By his teens, he'd memorized the Quran, mastered law, and devoured Greek philosophy, especially Aristotle. But medicine captured his imagination, and legend says he mastered it by 16, quickly earning a reputation as a gifted healer. Avicenna's world was his laboratory. He observed, questioned, and experimented, seeing knowledge as a cosmic quest. Despite political turmoil and even imprisonment, his dedication to learning never wavered. He wrote hundreds of works on subjects from astronomy to poetry, but medicine secured his place in history. Avicenna didn't just collect knowledge. He synthesized, challenged, and expanded it, building a bridge between ancient wisdom and emerging science. His system of medicine became the standard for centuries, educating physicians across the Islamic world and Europe. He was more than a doctor, he was an architect of medical thought. Avicenna's story is a testament to the power of a single, curious mind to change the world. His legacy endures as a beacon for all who seek to understand reality. What made Avicenna's medicine revolutionary? He insisted that physicians be meticulous observers, using all senses to diagnose illness. He examined skin, eyes, tongue, and even waste, treating them as valuable diagnostic clues. Avicenna was among the first to suggest diseases could be contagious, theorizing about invisible particles and introducing quarantine, a concept that predates germ theory by centuries. He differentiated diseases like smallpox and measles, and his logical, evidence-based approach to treatment was groundbreaking. Avicenna pioneered experimental medicine, outlining principles for clinical trials and drug testing. He described advanced surgical procedures and understood the importance of anesthesia and wound care. His anatomical descriptions, based on careful observation, surpassed those before him. Avicenna wasn't just treating symptoms. He was intervening with precision and skill. His systematic scientific approach laid the foundation for modern medicine. Avicenna's greatest achievement was his monumental encyclopedia, the Canon of Medicine. This 5-volume masterpiece organized all known medical knowledge, blending Greek, Indian, and Persian insights with his own observations. The canon's clarity and logic made it the world's most important medical reference for centuries. It covered general principles, detailed drugs and treatments, and provided accurate descriptions of diseases like diabetes and meningitis. Avicenna's rules for testing drugs foreshadowed modern clinical trials. The canon unified medicine into a comprehensive, practical system. For hundreds of years, it was the standard textbook in both the Islamic world and Europe. Avicenna's canon shaped the education and practice of generations of physicians. Avicenna's genius extended beyond the body. He was a pioneer in psychology and the mind-body connection. He recognized that emotions like anger, sadness, and joy could directly impact physical health, including the pulse. Avicenna treated patients as whole beings, mind, body, and spirit, a holistic approach modern medicine is only now fully embracing. In a famous case, he diagnosed a prince's lovesickness by observing changes in his pulse when certain names were mentioned, prescribing not medicine, but marriage. This story illustrates Avicenna's belief that physicians must also be psychologists, diagnosing unseen wounds of the heart and mind. He described symptoms of depression, mania, insomnia, and memory loss, rejecting supernatural explanations in favor of rational physiological causes. Avicenna proposed treatments like music therapy, conversation, and pleasant environments, recognizing the healing power of emotions and sensory input. He saw emotions as powerful biological forces, inseparable from physical health. His insights into mental health were centuries ahead of their time. Avicenna taught that healing the body requires tending to the mind. His holistic vision remains a guiding principle in medicine today. The mind-body connection he championed is now central to modern healthcare. Avicenna revolutionized pharmacology, transforming herbal remedies from folklore into science. In the Canon's second volume, he cataloged around 800 medicinal substances, detailing their properties, uses, side effects, and dosages. He insisted on purity, precise formulation, and careful preservation of ingredients. Avicenna mastered polypharmacy, combining substances to enhance effects or counteract side effects, a precursor to modern pharmacokinetics. He provided detailed recipes for compound drugs, laying the groundwork for today's pharmacopoeias. Most importantly, he established rules for testing new drugs. Purity, testing on simple diseases, consistency across patients, and dose-response relationships. These principles were a giant leap toward evidence-based drug discovery. Avicenna's systematic approach to medicines shaped the future of pharmacy. His legacy endures in every modern prescription. He turned the art of healing into a science of precision. Avicenna's influence reached far beyond the Islamic world, transforming European medicine after the Canon was translated into Latin in the 12th century. European medical schools, emerging from the Dark Ages, embraced the Canon as their core curriculum. For centuries, no physician in Europe was considered fully trained without mastering Avicenna's teachings. His logical, systematic approach replaced fragmented ancient texts, providing a scientific framework for healing. Avicenna's ideas about anatomy, disease, and pharmacology sparked debate and further inquiry. Even as later scientists challenged some of his claims, they built upon the rational tradition he established. His name became synonymous with medical wisdom, respected by scholars and poets alike. Dante placed Avicenna among the greats in the Divine Comedy, honoring his universal mastery. Avicenna was not just a foreign scholar, but a timeless figure in humanity's quest for knowledge. His legacy is woven into the very fabric of Western science and culture. Avicenna's teachings still echo in modern hospitals, shaping how medicine is practiced today. The basic checkup, observation, questions, vital signs, and samples follows his systematic, sense-based diagnosis. His concept of contagious disease and quarantine underpins modern epidemiology and public health. Principles for drug testing, purity, trials, dosage are the foundation of today's pharmaceutical industry. Evidence-based medicine, the gold standard of care, traces back to his insistence on logic and proof. His holistic view of mind and body is now central to health psychology and wellness. Modern medicine continues to catch up to Avicenna's comprehensive vision. His wisdom remains alive in every patient's journey to health. Avicenna's story is more than history. It's a celebration of human curiosity and discovery. He reminds us that the universe, from galaxies to our own bodies, reveals its secrets to those who dare to ask questions. Avicenna's mind was his most powerful tool, showing that discovery begins with inquiry, not technology. Science is a relay race. Each generation builds on the last, passing the baton of knowledge forward. Understanding innovators like Avicenna connects us to this grand human journey. Today's thinkers, studying dark matter, AI, or new cures, carry the same spirit of relentless inquiry. Their stories are being written now, shaping our future. So keep exploring. Seek out the stories of other great minds. The universe is full of wonders, and your curiosity is the key to discovery. The next great leap could begin with a question you ask today.